All praises, all praises. We live. Shalom, family. You know what I'm saying? Once again, this is Officer Yizar of the Long Beach chapter of SICARII, aka the Wolf Pack. All right, the sect of SICARII. Once again with another episode of the couch that Captivity created. And y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail. We're gonna talk about some things tonight that is just relevant. It's relevant, family. You know what I'm saying? And for brothers that don't get it, we already know what it is. They got eyes that can't see, ears that can't hear, and they got a heart of stone. The Most High ain't sending that Holy Spirit to put oil in their lamp because they being wicked, right? If you hate your brother, you're a murderer. You feel me? You know what kind of sentence murder carries, right? Eye for an eye. So we're gonna talk about that. But I'm gonna take a quick little bit of house cleaning, right? Get some brothers on the backstage up and running. About 2 minutes. 2 minutes we'll be up and running. But in the meantime, family, like, share, put it out there to your social media. This is a hot topic tonight. We're gonna talk about it. All right, we're gonna be right back. All right. I see we got some family coming up here. We're going to get to it. All praise. Let me get some shout outs. You feel me? I see one of the dear Akim in here. Alton, the Levite homie from New Orleans. You feel me? Shalom King. Hey, all praises. I know you told me you was taking a trip to the crib over there by that lake off of I-10. Was it Pontchartrain? Near New Orleans. Hey, I hope you had a great time at the crib, family. Can't wait to see you back in the LBC, man. All praises. All praises. Hey, shalom to my brother Rapper Hall. What's happening, King? You know what I'm talking about? right? 3 times brewing, Shalom King. That's what's happening with it. Shalom Karab, disciple of Jesus Christ. Glory. Shalom, family. You feel me? Hey, we got a decent crowd in here, but I know y'all could do better with the shares because we're going to talk about it tonight, man. Let me tell you that. We're going to talk about it because this past week was just a beautiful time, right? For those of y'all that don't know, SICARII, we held our Passover this past weekend in Atlanta, and it was a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing. I mean, it was beautiful to see the Akim that have been there, right? And you don't get to see them necessarily all year, but you talk to them here and there, and you see their videos, you see them putting in the work, you hit them up in the chats, and we got in-house meetings. We might chat up, but when you get together and you see your brother a year later, and he done grew in this walk. You see what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to see your brothers coming back year to year, growing in this walk, staying diligent, 10 toes down. It warmed my heart. And not only that, even further, the amount of fruit that's being yielded by the work through the spirit and the grace of the Most High, right? Through the power of the Most High, the fruit is being yielded. They say, the men of the Lord, the watchmen for Israel, we plant the seeds. The Most High yield the increase, right? Whether brothers going to hear or forbear, we planting seeds. We putting this word out there, and we seeing the fruits because we was at Passover, man. Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, in full effect. I think literally the only tribe that a member of SICARII wasn't represented there this year was Naphtali, and that's a shame. That's a shame, right? That's a shame. We almost got all 12, all the tribes represented at Passover, but hey, Lord willing, we'll be up out of here next year. But if not, Lord willing, hey, we're going to have some Naphtalites up in that room. But we had all the tribes represented. You feel me? It was beautiful. I mean, top to bottom, across the board, all the brothers was like, man, hey, this was it. We put in work. And it wasn't like we sat around. We put in work. We held camp Thursday, Friday, Passover Saturday, and then Sunday, and some brothers was right back into class on Monday, putting in the work. And you know what was beautiful is, the motivation and the inspiration from leadership for brothers to do better. Because it's not just about being in the truth. It's not just about, okay, I'm a Saturday brew. I go to camp on Saturday or whatever. I keep the commandments. You know what I'm saying? I wear fringes and I don't eat pork. That ain't enough. Because I'm looking at the example of my elders, my leadership. And I got brothers that I see teaching every day, sometimes twice a day. Them brothers don't sleep. They don't rest, right? Nonstop. What do you call it? Praying unceasingly, right? Putting in this work day in and day out till they hit the wall, gotta lay down and get up soon as they energize. I hear them brothers saying, hey, I can do more. You see what I'm saying? So that's the kind of motivation we got here. And the fruit bear witness. If we was a bunch of wicked brothers, then this thing won't last. But I'm seeing year after year the increase, and not just the increase, but everybody still sharpening steel. And our end goal is for these two sticks to be joined together. You see what I'm saying? First and foremost, though, we got a new officer in Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? We also got a new officer in Riverside, our brother camp. You see what I'm saying? I want to give a big shout out to Gazar Elion, Gazar the Zealot, ranked up the officer, all praises. That brother putting in work. Another one right here in Long Beach. We bring my brother out here. Gamal, turn your camera on and unmute, man. Hey.
Shalom, King.
Shout out to the new officer, Gamal. Hey, introduce yourself real quick, man, and talk about it. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm just happy that I can rank up through the Most High, um, and put this work in. and put my brick in.
Con. Hey, and I know firsthand, this man, you know what I'm saying? We was on the road putting in the work, you know what I'm saying? He pulling out the RV, taking us, you know what I'm saying, cross state. We going putting in work. This man get home, he don't feel good. He got to go get all kind of IVs and get all kind of treatment, and he coming right back to camp.
Con.
We got to tell this man, go sit down, man, before you pass out. You see what I'm saying? Like
What
when
the
you see,
scripture says, it's like he
go
who
ahead, King.
endures to the end, right? He who endures
Endure
to
to
the
the
end.
end, man.
Yeah.
Endure
So
to the end.
all time
Right?
waste.
You know, brothers enduring to the end. Not what he said. You talking about Naphtali? What did y'all talking about in the chat? Matter of fact, Gamal, you go ahead, introduce yourself, King, and talk, throw you a couple precepts out there. What's on your mind? I'm gonna go for a couple minutes. I'm gonna be right here, but I'm gonna put some moderators in here because I gotta have the YouTube on while the chat
Right.
going. So I see some
Right.
people
Con.
I want to add real quick. But
Right.
man, the floor is yours, King.
Hey, shalom to all the ox and the Afwat in the chat. I'm Officer Gamal. Now I got to get used to that. Get used to saying that, and my testimony is, in my middle age 50s, found the truth. And man, I can't turn back. I can't give up. I got to keep pressing forward. And the brothers know that I just want to be diligent in this walk. You know, I thank the Most High for the elders that's over me, especially the elder that's directly over me, Sergeant Bazak. And man, I just, like I say, at this time, learning from young brothers, it's a blessing to me. And I'm going to take what I learned and pass it on to the brothers that's coming under me, and just be diligent with this, man. Like I say, I always think about my age and, the people that's over me and how long people, brothers are dying young now, but,
Con.
it's not a guarantee that, tomorrow. So I'm just going to, as the Most High give me breath and life, I'm just going to put this work in. That's all I can do.
All praises, King. Hey, you motivate me up. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. You feel me? And that's what the brotherhood is all about. We bear each other's
Come,
burdens.
come,
Bear one another's burdens. Not this backbiting and you know what I'm saying?
right.
Brother, hey, look, we can't. Matter of fact, what Karaz? Let me get Karaz in here because we're gonna get some scriptures. We're gonna get some scriptures. Karaz, I'm gonna pull up Mark 4 and 15 real quick. Can you hold on? Let me get that. Just to keep it scriptural. Because some of this stuff is, like Pop said, it's gonna be some stuff that's hard to see. Feel me?
Come.
Right. So Karaz, I'm gonna share my screen, but I'm gonna have you read Mark 4 and 15.
God, I could be heard.
Like 1 second. Let me get the screen shared.
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
God. Shalom, family. Shalom.
Shalom. Yeah, so I got the screen pulled up.
God.
Start at 13 just for context.
God. This is the book of Mark, chapter 4 and verse 13. And he said unto them, know ye not this parable? And how then will ye know all parables?
Right. And see, this is Yahushua, right? He talking that G code right now. Because if you don't know the word, if you ain't got no oil in your lamp, and you're not diligently following the law, statutes, and commandments and living in the spirit of prophecy, which is all the prophets did is repeat what the Most High God want us to do. You see what I'm saying? And all we need to do to please the Most High God is to do His will with all our heart and all our soul. Now, the opposite of that is going off. And we know that when we go off, we know that there's consequences. And guess what? The enemies know that there's consequences, right? So this is Yahushua telling niggas that they being wicked, and that the brothers that are new into this word, that's trying to repent, you got to prepare yourself, because the wicked brothers that don't want to do right, They don't want to see brothers doing good. King, go ahead. Get that for me again, and then we'll keep it moving.
Con, this book of Mark, chapter 4, verse 13. And he said unto them, know ye not this parable? And how then will you know all parables? The sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately, and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
Right, and keep going, King.
And these are they likewise, which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness.
Right. So some brothers, we out there planting seeds as the watchmen for Israel. Right. We out there spreading this word. We out there feeding the flock. Right. Whether they hear or forbear, we getting the blood off our hands because we love our people and we want to see us together. Two sticks, no longer two nations, back together in our land, ruling in righteousness. Right. That's what we want. But some brothers don't want that. They want to be wicked. I know brothers like that. Man, they love the street life. That's all they know. I know brothers that they fresh out and they don't feel right. They can't wait to go back in. You see what I'm saying? That's when you sow a seed on stony ground, the likelihood of that seed to take hold and plant is a very low likelihood. Not to say it can't happen, because I mean, you ever heard of the story of the flower that came up through the crack in the sidewalk in the hood? It's a lot of them brothers, but it's a lot of seeds that got stomped out right there on stony ground, right? Because they didn't have that water. They didn't have that nourishment. See what I'm saying? So go ahead, King.
Con, verse 17. And have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they are offended.
See, they don't stick. They like a match. They strike full burst and then they out before you know it. You see what I'm saying? But Yahushua said you have to endure to the end. You can't jump in this truth and think, oh yeah, this is it. This is it right here. You know what I'm saying? We about to get the kingdom. I'm gonna wear my fringes. I'm gonna get this fresh garment. That's the surface. That's the stony surface. That's bare minimum. You got to get rooted. See what I'm saying? The ground got to be fertile. So you can't call yourself in the truth, but still be of the world. You can't sit on the same block that you've been on doing the same things you've been doing. You got to put in this work. And then when you learn how to put in the basic bricks, you can't just keep on level one. You got to keep moving. You see what I'm saying? You got to keep working, because look, we've been wicked for millennium. We've been wicked for millennium. We don't deserve what we are promised, but the Most High will not repent on his promise. And as long as there's sun and stars in the sky, Israel is the apple of his eye. It's up to us, Israel, to put down this backbiting and it's not just Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom. It's camp banging and, oh, this brother believed this doctrine and they keep Passover on this month. Come on, man. At the end of the day, you got to follow these law, statutes, and commandments. And one of the most important of them is to love your brother. You see what I'm saying? The most important one is love the Most High God with all your heart and soul. And if you love the Most High God, you keep his commandments and you don't go off and behave like the heathen do. Because what do the heathen do? Especially our number one arch nemesis, Esau, they backbite. You see what I'm saying? They backbite. They plot against each other. That's that kind of activity we learn from the heathens. We're going to go over that too. Let me get one more. Karaz, you got your apocrypha with you?
God.
Let me get Sirach 2 from the top. Let me pull that up. Track 2. Yeah, man. We're gonna go from the top. We're gonna go to about 5. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull that up for you. As soon as you see it, you can go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Right. Don't trip. The pressure gonna be there. The Most High telling you, prepare yourself for temptation, because soon as the word is sown, here come the devil to brush that seed off of fertile ground on the rocky ground at worst case scenario, and then sometimes on thorny ground where you barely stand a chance. Right? Go ahead.
Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayst be increased at thy last end.
Right? Go ahead.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
How many brothers can do that? How many brothers can go through it and still not lose faith? Still not be like Job, still never have a bad thing to say about the Most High God. Keep it pushing. Why? Because Job had faith that if the Most High gave it to him one time, if he just continued to obey the Most High God and do his will, it's going to come back because it's God's will. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Right? And this is key, because this is talking about at thy last end, right? You got to endure to the end. This is a constant, it's a constant thing. Constantly endure. It's not a secret. And I'm gonna get one more. I think it's John 7, probably around 20. Get one more while we on that topic. Because brothers think they can get some fringes, stop eating pork and catfish, and halfway keep Shabbat, and hold camp once in a while, or go on. Some niggas don't even hold camp. Some is keyboard bangers, right? They think that's good enough. You see what I'm saying? But what Yahushua gonna say? Start at 21.
This is the book of John, chapter 7, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus answered and said unto them, I have done one work, and ye all marvel. Moses therefore gave unto you circumcision, not because it is of Moses, but of the fathers.
Okay.
And ye on the Sabbath day circumcise a man.
Right.
If a man on the Sabbath day receive circumcision, that the law of Moses should not be broken, are ye angry at me, because I have made a man every whit whole on the Sabbath day?
Right. And see, we got to understand what's going on here. Christ is going into the temple, into the tabernacle, into the temple where all the priests are sitting back, kicking it, trying to put on their freshest garments, talking about where I'm gonna sit at the bar. I'm gonna sit up front, right? We're gonna be balling. We're gonna have front row seats, right? You see what I'm saying? They worried about the wrong thing, and they trying to rebuke Christ for healing a man. But doesn't Torah say that? Isn't it good to do well on the Sabbath? But yet these men who are supposed to be sitting in the seat of Moses, arbiters and lawyers of the law, they over here being wicked, trying to rebuke Christ, who is doing what's right. You see what I'm saying? It's a special kind of Negro that's going to rebuke the brother that's actually doing good. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense, right? Go ahead.
Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment.
Mm-hmm. And that's key. That's key. You know what I'm saying? Brothers don't understand that. And I've been seeing a lot of, comments and this and that. And it's all good. I understand what it is. I ain't tripping, you know, because in the world, I've been there before. If you ain't got haters, you really ain't got no success. You feel me? Haters and success are directly correlated. You know why? Because crabs in the bucket don't like to see you climb out. We in this lowly state for a reason, and it's a bunch of crabs sitting around in the bucket that don't want to do the work. But when they see the brother doing the work, they like, nah, where you going? Come back down here with us. And that's all it is. You know, when I'm seeing brothers banging on, you know, funny thing, man, a brother posted a clip of us enjoying ourselves. It was after the ceremony. Everything was done. We had the Passover. I think we went back and just hung out, and brothers was, you know, a lot of the young brothers, they rap, they shot a little video, they was singing songs and having fun, and posted a little clip on the gram or something. And niggas was like, y'all niggas is wicked. How can you be singing during the Passover?
It's
I'm
crazy.
like, do they? I mean, I'm mourning for them. I'm mourning for them. You know why? Karaz, get me Exodus 15 up.
They act like our forefathers didn't party, didn't have fun.
They act like our forefathers didn't celebrate the downfall of our enemies during the Exodus.
Yeah, that part.
You see what I'm saying? What is Moses' song?
Right.
See what I'm saying? Let me get that, Karaz. I got it pulled up right here. Go ahead.
God. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto Yahweh, and spake, saying, I will sing unto Yahweh, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea.
Uh-huh.
Yahweh is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's God, and I will exalt him.
Right.
Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh
bring that out again. Bring that one out again.
Yahweh is a man of war.
Uh-huh.
Yahweh is his name.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Pharaoh's chariots and his hosts hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea.
Right.
The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Yahweh, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Yahweh, hath dashed in pieces the enemy.
Right. And look, I just want y'all to understand, family, those is lyrics. Those is bars right there.
Drill music.
Right? Look, hey, the ops is laid out in the Red Sea, fam. We throwing it up. Right. We throwing it up, but we doing so according to what is pleasing to the Most High, because the Most High is a man of war, and whoever his enemies are my enemies. Right? It's nothing more great than for a man to live to see the downfall of his enemies. Right? Now, we got to understand how to get up out of this thing. And you know, I ain't gonna hate on brothers that's lost, because it just is what it is. And I'm not gonna sit there and do tit for tat with these brothers, man. I'm gonna love my brothers that's around me. I'm gonna love the brothers that I see that's out there in that valley of dry bones walking around in darkness, because I love them brothers, and I love the Most High God, and I'm commanded by him to do so. See what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fall for the okie doke and have some back and forth with a brother that's just truly lost, you know. And I look at it and I go, you know, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. You know, brother earlier was it wasn't even our camp, right? But it was some Northern Kingdom brothers was same thing, enjoying their Passover, rehearsing these righteous acts, right? Trying to be stand-up men of the Lord. They post a little picture or something on social media, and here go a nigga. Oh man, ain't no such thing as Hispanic Israelites.
Unlearned.
So nigga, who died and made you King David?
Right.
Unbelievable. And they won't have no verses, right? No scripts. And then you hit them with scripts, and then it's just the same thing. So, we got to treat them brothers with love. And sometimes open rebuke is better than secret love. And sometimes a fool mouth deserves sore strokes. But, I ain't going to show the same hatred for my brother as they showing. I'm going to mourn for them. You feel me? Have y'all seen any of you seen any of comments like that, Gamal, since we've been back? Just brothers hating?
Yeah, Con, and just in the chat, niggas post.
Yeah, and it's amazing. But we had such a great time together in Atlanta. I mean, it's so many. Yeah, like, look, off top, I seen my brother Kashab, Yashashikar, right? All praise. I hadn't seen that brother all year. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I seen so many brothers. I seen new brothers. One of the things that touched my heart, man, I think it was War Angel weekend.
Oh yeah, old boy in the wheelchair.
Little homie in the wheelchair from Florida, right?
Right.
He had got, you know what I'm saying, back in the day when he was in the street, he got hit with that AK, right? So he lost the use of his legs. Bro, I'm not exaggerating when I say it was 110 degrees with 98% humidity on Old Nat and Gabi, and that brother was out there prospecting, right? Prospecting, rolling his chair around, putting in work. And guess what? That was July. And when I pull up to the A, when we first congregated and the soldiers was lining up, I saw that brother roll up in formation, man. Cross the line.
Yeah. It was amazing.
That's what it's about. Right? Remember we was in the Passover, and I think it was Deacon that said, hey, how many of y'all this is your first Passover? You peeped that out, Gamal? How many people stood up? Soldiers.
Yeah.
And these is brand new. These is babes. And you got niggas out there that's just been keyboard banging for years, ain't doing no work, but they're going to try to offend the little ones.
If I could add this too, Baba
Kashab. Go ahead.
We don't seek to please men. We seek to please Yahweh. If anybody knows what goes into these ceremonies and the seriousness of these ceremonies and how Sicari takes these ceremonies, if they only knew, they wouldn't be saying anything about us. But again, we don't need to defend ourselves because Yahweh is the one we seek to please.
That part, King. Bring that out. And look, hey, look. It's pertinent right here, right? Ali Shai, right? Another powerful soldier out there. That was the first time I got to spend time with him at a Passover, and it was beautiful, right? He was smiling. He said, man, Shatar, man, this was amazing.
My elder was turned up in that music video, man.
Man, you know what I'm saying? But look, it's your Hawashai job to separate the wheat from the tares. And some of y'all niggas talking about this Negro only is probably damn Hamites.
That part.
Talk about it.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Secretly, when I see a nigga doing that, I'm like, Lord, please let that be a Hamite. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Please let that be a Hamite, because it hurt my heart to see someone do their brother like that. You know? But like Karaz just said, we not looking to please men. We looking to please the Most High God. And we putting in that work, and that's all we could do. We don't have to worry about what niggas say. All we can say is check the receipts, my nigga. Check the receipts, right? If you want to have a discussion, we can have a discussion, because we not above correction. That's been a standard. We always here for the dialogue, but some stuff is just far off the wall, and it's rooted in our wickedness. It's millennia old, this pattern. We was talking about it earlier, Akim, in the chat, right? And one of the things that made me think of this topic is, like, it's always a honor and a pleasure to get to spend time with the elders, right? Because we don't get to see them all. And I'm sitting there in the parking lot kicking it with Chief, and we just chopping it up. And he gave Ali Yashai his name, and was breaking it down like, yeah, you gotta go to Second Kings and whoop de whoop, and you know that's really means Elijah, and just a beautiful thing, right? And one of the things I try to stress is I say, hey, you got to know the story, right? And Chief was like, yeah, this nigga Elijah, you know, his dad was so and so, and you know that nigga was from whoop de whoop. Like Chief he know it like the back of his hand. So he was giving it the breakdown. So I started looking through there and I said, you know what, man, from, you know, Chronicles, the second, you know, First and Second Chronicles, first and Second Kings. There's a lot of stories in there of a whole block of time where niggas was wicked, lawless, right? And that's when all these things start happening. Big time, the kingdom split. Niggas is in captivity. Niggas taking each other in captivity.
Right.
Because of wickedness, because we let wickedness abound and we start worshiping other gods. Shalom was like another brother I seen out there. Always a pleasure to see this brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just a beautiful thing. So you ain't gonna see nothing but smiles on our face. I know that. I don't know why all these brothers got the screw face and throwing darts on social media, but hey, I can't stop smiling. And I'm motivated to get out there and increase the rate of work that I do. You know, because like our elder said, we can do more. We should want to do more. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna read about how wicked we've been and how wicked we are to this day. And you're gonna go, man, I better get on the gas, bro. You feel me? Right?
Especially if we want to get up out of this captivity, right?
That part. That's the goal, right? That's the goal, is to get up out of here. Now, brothers that think that they can sit behind the keyboard and backbite and tailbear and hate their brother, I mean, you got another thing coming. You know what I'm saying? It's something else coming for that. I'm gonna be out here loving my brothers, whether they love me or not.
Right.
Because Yahweh Shai said, hey, it's easy to love the ones that love you. Even the publicans love the ones that love them. But what kind of nigga you gotta be to love someone that's trying to put a dagger in your back?
And like the scriptures say, man, the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So we got to do everything we can. And even when we do that, like Chief said, man, it's still not enough.
That part.
Still not enough.
You feel me? Hey, Cruz, let me get and Gamal, anytime you got a precept, King, you go ahead and jump in. You know what I'm saying? Let me get 1 Kings 11 and start around 9. Let me pull that up. Give me 1 second here. Right, because we're gonna talk about some things that's going on in Israel that brothers gotta reflect, right? They gotta take some time and reflect on what you've been doing and see the pattern of your behaviors, and then put that up, juxtapose that up against your outcome, your results, how your life been going, and then you gotta say, look, I need to repent because this ain't going right. See what I'm saying? This ain't my rest. So the only thing to do is to repent. All right. Come on, I'm gonna put you while your camera off. I'm gonna put you backstage, but just turn your camera on anytime you want to hop on.
Yeah.
All right. Shalom, King. Right? Disciple of Yahweh Shai, 100, right? We gotta reflect and we gotta course correct. You see what I'm saying? Let's talk about it, because we doing the same thing now we've been doing damn near 3,000 years ago. And if that ain't the definition of insanity, you see what I'm saying? So we gonna start on this one. We're gonna start at about 9. And this, you know, this ain't the beginning of Israel's downfall. I mean, we fell off before this, right? We fallen off before this. But this, I want to start at this point, is because through all our captivities and all our shortcomings, we got to the point where King David ruled a unified Israel, right? He never lost a battle. He was successful, you know what I'm saying? Because the Most High was dealing with him, right? Nobody took King David in captivity. Nobody came through and plundered Jerusalem when King David was on the throne. And because King David was a man after the Most High's heart, Solomon got a pass. But we know how the brother Solomon turned out to be. We still love him. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's a whole nother breakdown about one of, you know what I'm saying, Solomon's iterations. But we're going to stick to the topic. All right, King, I got it pulled up on the screen, I think. Go ahead, whenever you're ready.
Khan, this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 11 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh was angry with Solomon
Uh-huh.
because his heart was turned from Yahweh of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice,
Right.
and had commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods, but he kept not that which the Lord commanded.
Right.
Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, forasmuch as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant.
Right.
Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of thy hand of thy son.
Right. And now look, this is cold-blooded. Go ahead and finish 13, King.
Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son for David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen.
This is a cold breakdown right here. We're not gonna go too far below the surface, but you see what's going on. Solomon is going off, and the Most High was dealing with Solomon. He appeared to him twice. You know what I'm saying? Giving him that wisdom, telling him what to do. You know what I'm saying? Giving him the opportunity to be that stand-up man, a man after the Most High's own heart, like his father David. But Solomon fell off, right? Went lusting after other gods, bringing them strange women around him and chasing after their gods. And Solomon was very wicked in his last days, but because of the love the Most High God had for King David, he did not put that punishment on David's son. I'm going to editorialize a little bit right here and say, me as a man, as a father, if a judgment is coming down and I got a choice for it to happen to me or my son, I want it to happen to me. I don't want my son to go through it. Think about what happened to King David. When you know what I'm saying, what he did, right? when he slid on old girl taking a bath and whoop, you know what David did, right? He wasn't right, but he had consequences to pay. The Most High didn't strike David down for his shortcomings, but guess what? David's child died, right? For me as a father, that's more painful than if the Most High just take me out. You know, I say if it's between the two of us, hey, take me out, save my son, right? Awakening sister, Shalom, princess, all praises, all praises. Glad to see you in here again. You know what I'm saying? So that's almost a worse punishment for Solomon to have his son get the judgment, right? So we know that Rehoboam, you know, you see the I don't know if brothers can really pull up. What I'm gonna do real quick, Karaz, I'm gonna pull this picture up, talk about it real quick before we go in the Rehoboam. See what I'm saying? Because Rehoboam ruled for a very short time, and it was already decided that the kingdom was going to be taken away from him, and Solomon lost 10 of the tribes. 10 of the tribes went against him. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, this is the thumbnail I use. Rehoboam and Jeroboam. right? I got a weird echo. Mic check. Hey, in the chat, if everything sound all right, throw up a 1. And Karaz, give me a sound check real quick, Karaz.
Con, can we heard?
Hey, throw up a 1, chat, if the sound is and video, everything is okay. All right, but look, the divided kingdom, Israel and Judah. Niggas been set tripping for a long time. See what I'm saying? Northern kingdom, southern kingdom. However you want to juxtapose it, Israelites been gangbanging on each other for a minute, right? If we go back to the times of Solomon and David, we talking 3,000 years ago. Come on, man. When we gonna figure this pattern out and stop bumping our head on the same wall? You know what I'm saying? Let's read about what went down. Let's go over to 1 Kings chapter 12. I think start at 16, right? Because this is what you call set tripping. So, matter of fact, hold on, Salakia, did we finish out the first one? Yeah, we finished that up. Yeah, we finished that up, right? So we already know things ain't gonna go well for Solomon's son. We know that, and the prophets know that. You know what I'm saying? The voice of God know that, right? So it's a tumult. There was already beef during David's time because word is born. David had enemies amongst his brothers that was coming against him. See what I'm saying? So it was already beef, but it was still held together, right? But it turned into all out. You know how it is, you know, in the standard day in the hood, it might be some activity here and there, but you know when something is jumping off, right? When the hood is locked down, when they got them, you know what I'm saying, them SUVs all blacked out, them federales running through there. You know what I'm saying? It's a different environment when it's an actual active war. And it's always something that kicked the war off, right? So let me see if that's what I want to get. Pull it up. 2 Kings 12. Where should I start? All right. So look, peep gang. Let's read this. 1 Kings 12, 16 through 20.
Con, this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 12, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, What portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. To your tents, O Israel. Now see to thine own house, David. So Israel departed unto their tents.
Mm-hmm.
But as for the children of Israel which dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them.
Okay, so now this is the boiling point, right? Because Northern Kingdom is like, what portion of David's kingdom do we got? We getting done dirty. And they going and having a council with Rehoboam. But in order to get the context, we need to go to 2 Chronicles 10, and we'll start at 13. And then we'll come back to this. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you a quick, because Chronicles goes into the same story in more detail. This story is all throughout Chronicles and Kings. Niggas set tripping, right? Start at 12. Salakia. Second Chronicles. Is it? Yeah, 10. Start at 12, just for context.
Con, this is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 10 and verse 12. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam on the third day, as the king bade, saying, Come again to me on the third day.
Right. So we just going into detail about the verse in 1 Kings 12, right? So these people, Jeroboam and all the people, meaning Israel, Northern Kingdom, came to Rehoboam, Southern Kingdom, and they want to have a council. They want to, they want to air out their grievances. So Rehoboam is, all right, bet, come to me on the third day, right? Go ahead.
And the king answered them roughly, and King Rehoboam forsook the counsel of the old men.
Right. Rehoboam He was hard-headed. He want to run the streets with them young boys that's out there flagrant. He don't want to listen to the old way that have found success before, right? Read.
And answer them after the advice of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, but I will add thereto. My father chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
Look, that's called set tripping. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, whoop you whoop. Nigga, you thought them niggas rolled on you. Nigga, come around this block again. Nigga, whoop you whoop. It's you and everybody you love. You know what I'm saying? He's set tripping. So this is the context of when he went back into Samaria. This is how they greeted the nigga, right? He done went and popped off. Hey, Karad, this nigga Rehoboam done went and popped off, right? He got the big head or something. You know how niggas get in the street.
Yeah.
They think they too big for their britches. He done went and popped off and said, you know what, cuz? What you got to say? You don't like it, nigga? I'm going to do you twice as dirty. Matter of fact, 3 times as dirty. Nigga, what? Who else want to mess with Hollywood Cole? You know what I'm saying? He was out there King Konging on him.
Yeah, that's a mindset.
Right? And then look, he get on his chariot and go back up there and messing with them people. And that's where we at in 1 Kings. So let's read that out.
We on
we was at 1 Kings 12. You can go back to 16.
Okay, Con. 1 Kings chapter 12, verse 16. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered
and Israel saw that they hearkened not unto them. The them is the elders that advised Rehoboam to lighten up, show some love to your brothers, be tender, like the scripture say, like the Torah say, right? But he wasn't trying to hear that, right? I ain't trying to hear none of that. You feel me? It's kind of like these little young boys out here today, not trying to hear it. You feel me? Look, come on, where you at, King? You still there? Let me know when you're back.
I'm here.
There you go. Gamal. Remember we were sitting, me and Gamal, man, I went and go visit my pops when we was out in Atlanta. And we was just chopping it up, talking about this and that. And I said, Pop, man, the city done changed, ain't it? Since we used to live, you know what I'm saying? Pops used to have a house in College Park. And my auntie, my grandma, you know, half my family moved up here from coastal Georgia, down there by Savannah in the early 80s. So I'm just reminiscing with Pops. I said, man, Pop, some of these places so run down, man. These little young boys, they wilding. He was like, yeah, man. He said, these little young boys, all they know is murder and killing. Yep. Said little boys was at the Sweet 16 party. They smoking blunts. And the mom say, y'all boys need to go outside with that. This is a party for children. There's children here. These little niggas went out, got a pistol, and shot the party up.
Right.
And that's the mentality, right? They think they can just King Kong on somebody. But, you know, this is what Rehoboam is on. But as I digress, King, Salaki, go ahead, Karaj.
Con, 16 from the top.
Mm-hmm.
So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, What portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. To your tents, O Israel. Now see to thine own house, David. So Israel departed unto their tents.
Right? It's an ought right now. It's not cool right now, right? Go ahead.
But as for the children of Israel, which dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. Then King Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the tribute, and all Israel stoned him with stones that he died.
Look, Rehoboam sent his man to go up there and do some business, and they start chucking stones at him. Meaning, look, they saw that nigga hit the block and pat, 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 right?
Yeah,
put him down. Right? Go ahead, King.
Therefore, King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot to flee to Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day.
Look, we looking at ancient gang banging,
Right. That part.
right? Gamal, you know up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cause you know where you at. It's your neighborhood is a mixture of Issachar, Judah,
Right.
Benjamin, right? Zebulon, and everybody is up around everybody. And sometimes funk just overflow here and there. I know you could tell, you could say better, Gamal, because you know that's your turf, right? But just from an outsider looking in, it seemed like it's a little better now than it was. But then there's like instances of, man, what was these young niggas thinking about? You know, you just speak on that, like how you live in the environment where you and Issachar and Zebulon, y'all right there, y'all doing your thing, and it's definitely a lot of funk over there. But somehow we make it work. But sometimes it's worse than others, right?
Well, because everything is separated. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You know, I don't roll down this block. You know what I'm saying? I don't shop at this store. You know, you try to keep it centered to where, you know what I'm saying, you can move around in the neighborhood.
right.
Because if somebody come visit and they out of bounds, you know, they green light it, you know.
That part, right?
So yeah, kind of.
Hey, through the
So
spirit,
everybody
right?
kind of stay on their own.
Hey, look, Jeroboam gave a green light.
Right.
You know what's
Jeroboam
crazy?
gave a green light on Rehoboam, and Rehoboam's chief end up getting murked.
Right.
And so he pull his homie, throw him in the chariot, and hit the gas and get up out of there. But guess what? Now it's real funk.
Right. You know, already created that static now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So now they looking at that nigga. He's the op because he didn't already took one of mine down. So you know what I mean? So
And
And
you
then look, and
so
then go ahead, King. Go ahead.
yeah, Salakia.
Go
You
ahead.
know
No,
what's
you good,
crazy?
King. Go ahead.
Because like I was reading this a little bit earlier. Just take 2 steps backwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
After Solomon did what he did, right? What did the Lord do? He raised up the damn white man to come against us. That was the
time.
first thing the Lord did. He raised
Right.
up Esau to come against us. And after Esau got his ass whooped, what Esau gonna do? Went to the Hamites.
Right.
What does that sound like?
Look, the
It
Greeks,
literally
right? The Greeks went to Tyre and Zidon for help.
there's nothing new under the sun. And instead of focusing on our enemies at the time, we wanna bang on each other.
Right.
Karaz. That's why, look, through the spirit, right? We was talking about it earlier, and you made a hell of a point. It's like, look, not only was we co-mingling with the enemy, you know, because the Northern Kingdom kings was paying tribute to the Assyrians and even to the Egyptians. Southern Kingdom, you know, at one point, Northern Kingdom, they was trying to get with Moab
Right.
to come against their own brothers, right? We
Right.
plotting, linking up with our enemies, you know, got Moabite gods and you know what I'm saying, Canaanite gods up in the temple, in the house. And so we in cahoots with the enemy, but at the same time, they are enemy and they plotting for our downfall.
That part.
Right.
They want to see us go off. Can't wait to see us go off. You know what I'm saying? It's the same to this day. Hey,
Because they
put
know, Salaki,
go
want to
ahead.
make that point because they know if we keep going on, the Most High not gonna be riding with us. You know what I'm saying? And then
That part.
they can do what they want to do, and you know we still blinded by the fact of going off on your brother. You know, and
That
they
part.
sit back and let us take the reign, and they just sit back plotting and keep fueling the fire from a distance now. You know, so we
And
doing the
look,
white man's dirty work.
Gamal,
Con.
you heard about what happened earlier in Lincoln Park,
Come,
or not Lincoln Park, Lincoln Heights.
Lincoln Heights, yeah,
Lincoln Heights. They done shut down a whole 4-block radius. Some nigga, they came to get him on a parole violation. And he was like, I ain't going back.
right,
He had a shootout, shot 3 cops. Last I heard, they was, you know, serious condition, but survivable, you know. But it's every cop in LAPD is bumper to bumper on a 4-block radius.
right,
They ready to wild out. They ready to bang. And
But
that's
the
what
nigga
people
did.
don't realize in LA.
Yeah,
The
but that
sheriffs
that
got gangs,
oh yeah,
LAPD
for
got
sure.
gangs. You feel
Yeah,
me?
you know that.
Man.
And that's
So
Judah link and some Israelites linking up with the enemy. You
that
know what I'm
part,
saying?
that part.
So
Look, I actually heard of stories where it's certain Crips or certain Bloods that'll ride with the Moabite gangs
right.
on other. Well, I ain't never heard of no Bloods riding on no Bloods. Really, I don't know
Yeah,
LA
they don't get
politics
on
like
like
that.
that.
But
Yeah,
I heard of Crip niggas riding with Moabites against other Crips.
yeah.
You know, shit crazy. And look, Lincoln Park is basically not Lincoln Park. I keep saying Lincoln Park. Lincoln Heights, that's basically East LA, right?
Kind of.
So you got East LA, and then you got what? Downtown, you got Chinatown.
Right.
What's that park we went to and did camp real quick?
Up
Um,
in LA
yeah,
where we
uh,
got kicked out.
yeah.
Oh, that's in LA. That's
Hyde Park. Is that Hyde Park?
uh uh yeah, it's got the name of it right down the street from me too.
Right. So you know the area, man. It's
Yeah,
literally for anybody that don't know LA, you could be on one block and it's one thing.
right,
You've been another block and it's something else. You feel
right.
me? It's a whole
Gotta
nother
know
set,
your area. Yeah, you
right?
gotta know where you're going.
And so look, more likely than not, the brother that had the shootout with the police in Lincoln Heights is Issachar.
Yeah,
Issachar is Zebulon because it's 80%
yeah.
Northern Kingdom right there in that little 4-block radius that they call, you know what I'm saying,
Lincoln
East
Heights.
LA, right?
Right.
And then you
And
got
the brother
downtown.
dead.
I don't know if they got him.
No,
I
yeah,
had,
they report the brother he
they
died
went and
of
got
it.
him.
They don't know. Yeah, they don't know if it was a self-inflicted wound or one of the police hit him. They don't know. They're not really saying right now.
You
So
know, yeah, right. Yeah, Booper, he said, yep. You know what I'm saying? And another brother gone, right?
hmm
Look, Zayazar know the sheriff is been gangs and the sheriff, the banditos and whoop de whoop, the
oh
LA
yeah,
sheriff, they got bona fide gangs where
kind
these niggas they got tattoos and they do
life
things with
lords.
they do
Oh
things
man,
with if you see a sheriff with the tip of his star bent, that means he gotta shoot, he gotta kill him.
right.
You feel me? Like they do all these kind of things to let you know we banging. And
Kind
so when I see things like this, I got to take it with a grain of salt because look, Lincoln Heights been active.
right,
The police shot a little 15-year-old boy at the fair earlier, right?
right.
This summer, or you know what I'm saying, September or so. And so
Yeah,
it's been going back and forth. And see, this is what our enemies do. Because you got in LA, you got Moab owning all the damn swap meets, taking up money up out of the hood. You see what I'm saying?
right, right.
And then treating us like dirt. You see what I'm saying?
Kind
Moab is against us. You got Ham and Cush up in there owning liquor stores and you know what I'm saying? Trying to
right.
sell you some incense.
And Ishmael.
Ishmael up in there selling
Yeah.
you liquor
Kind
and they don't drink, right?
right,
You
right.
got, look, Karaj, let me get Psalms 83. You know what I'm saying? Just for context.
Con.
Because we just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable how exact it is. You know what I'm
To
saying?
the T, to the T. It's down. That's how exact it is. To the
To
T.
the T, man.
Right.
Go ahead, Karaj.
Con, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1.
Bring it
Mm-hmm.
out.
Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
These devils is proud. I'm sitting here watching first generation Moabites walk up. You know what I'm saying? I go into the store. They walk up to me like they ain't got time to deal with me, and I'm going in there to spend money. Like I'm bothering them. They got their head up high. Like mama son acting like she got to look at me like I might steal something
Right.
and try to treat me like some kind of sub, you know what I'm saying? Lower class citizen. They got their head lifted up high. Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Uh-huh.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the
Right.
name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Uh-huh.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Right. And we just gonna go through a list. I'm just gonna take the top 3 out the gate. And I'm gonna tell you, this is LA.
Right.
Right? And matter of fact, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Hagarenes and Gabal would be Canaanites, right? We even got some of them. We got the Cushites and the Canaanites in LA, right? But I'm gonna focus on the top 3 of not South, I will say what? South Central, East LA, downtown area.
Right.
That's where they got all the little shops, right? In all the hoods.
Right.
But go ahead, King.
Come. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites
Right? So
of
Edom,
Moab.
it's like an Edom, right? We know who Esau is. Ishmaelites, right? The Islam, right? The Arabs, and then Moab, the Asians, particularly the Chinese, Koreans, you know what I'm saying? And then the Hagarenes and Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, right? They all is plotting against us, man. Ain't none of them got our interests on their heart at all. They all plotting against us. And like you said, Gamal, they know if we go off, we're vulnerable.
Right.
They've been known this. And this the crazy part. Okay. I think Gamal dropped off. Shalom. Shalom, Kari San Fran. Oh, there go Gamal again.
I'm back.
But Gamal, like you said earlier, you know, the enemy knows that if we go off, the Most High is not with us and that we're vulnerable. They know this. And they've been known this. Just like I'm trying to get niggas to see that we should know, right? That we've been set tripping on our brothers for 3,000 years and it ain't worked out. The result has always been horrible for us when we hate our brothers and try to team up with the enemies and start taking on the customers of the heathens. It never works out for us. But 3,000 years later, here we are, set tripping once again. Right? What he said? Salaki, what King said. Rehoboam was blood bros. So Jeroboam was Solomon's son, but I think Salaki, Rehoboam was Solomon's son, but I believe Jeroboam was an Ephraimite.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Jeroboam was from Ephraim.
Yeah. Jeroboam was an Ephraimite king. Matter of fact, we'll go back to that in a minute. Salaki.
I mean, nonetheless, they blood brothers, man. They're not from the same tribe, but they brothers, nonetheless.
Right. They Jake. You feel me? That's all that matters is that they Jake. They come from our forefather Jacob, and that is against the law to be behaving like that. But look how niggas is behaving. Right? So, you know what? Let's go back to 1 Kings 12 and just finish out that context. I think I had went to Chronicles to get that.
Yeah.
I don't think we finished out 1 Kings 12 up to 20. Go ahead. Start at 19. Yeah, we already got to the part where they let loose on Adoram and Rehoboam had to get him up out of there. Let's just read 19 and 20 real quick.
Okay, Kai, you got to share your screen, Mark.
Pope Salakia. Pull it up. Right?
I mean, I got it here in the book, but I know brothers won't follow.
Yeah, for the crowd, right? For the crowd. Go ahead.
Con, this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 12, and I'll start at verse 19.
Yeah, 19.
So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day,
Right.
And it came to pass, when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation, and made him king over all Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only.
Right. So look, after this nigga pulled that up, he pulled that mission on the op. Nigga, they exalted him. Yeah. Now you gonna rule over us because you done took out one of your brothers. Like the mentality we had, right? And so, I was going back and forth between First Kings and Chronicles, because that's where all the stories line up. But get Second Chronicles 28. Second Chronicles 28. And it just escalated from there, right? We're gonna read probably 6 to 8, right? Let me bring that up. You got all right. Let me take this off the screen up. Whenever you're ready.
You
So
want to start at
basically,
6?
So basically, we can go on and say the nigga took the kingdom by fear. You know what I'm saying? He scared everybody into,
Well, look, see, you got to imagine. Jeroboam came in there straight set tripping. It's like,
right,
nigga, I don't care what you talking about pressure. Nigga, you thought my daddy gave you pressure? Nigga, you gonna see
right,
pressure. Like this nigga was gorilla banging, right?
right,
Flagrant. And so they like, okay, if Redbone gonna act like that, we
right,
need somebody to rule over us and protect us from this nigga because he crazy.
right,
So when Jeroboam stepped up, you know what I'm saying, and pulled the op on Redbone's right hand man, niggas was like, that's right, nigga. Now you the head of the set. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? He riding for Northern Kingdom now. So it kicked off, but we're gonna go right here, start at 6 up, and you want to talk about civil war? Look at these numbers.
Con. This is the book of
Salakia,
second.
Salakia. Just for context, start at 5 and then read through 8.
Con. This is the book of Second Chronicles, chapter 28 and verse 5. Wherefore the Lord his God delivered him into the hand of the king of Syria, and they smote him, and carried away a great multitude of them captives, and brought them to Damascus. And he was also delivered into the hand of the king of Israel, who smote him with a great slaughter.
Right?
For Pekah the son of Remaliah slew in Judah 120,000 in one day.
Read that again.
For Pekah the son of Remaliah slew in Judah 120,000 in one day.
Man.
Yeah.
And look, I don't want to go too far into the story. I want y'all to do your research on your peoples. Know your peoples, you're going to know yourself. Because it's going down. This nigga killed 120,000 in one day. One day. And look, Pekah, right? How did he get in power? From murdering the nigga that was on the throne before him.
right.
Things was wilding right now in this time. And there's a reason why niggas wasn't holding Passover and keeping the law. What law at this time?
Yeah.
Go ahead, King.
Verse 6. For Pekah the son of Remaliah slew in Judah 120,000 in one day, which were all valiant men, because they had forsaken the Lord God of their fathers.
Right. Go ahead.
And Zechariah, I believe that's how you say it. And Zechariah.
Yeah, you can say Zechariah.
Okay. And Zechariah, a mighty man of Ephraim, slew Messiah, the king's son, in Azrikam.
It's Maaseiah,
the king's son, and Azrikam, the governor of the house, and Elkanah, that was next to the king.
Look, this nigga done went in there and killed second in charge and went down the line.
Right.
Niggas is flagrant. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And the children of Israel carried away captive of their brethren 200,000 women, sons, and daughters, and took also away much spoil from them, and brought the spoil to Samaria.
So look, it's active. in Jerusalem. Northern Kingdom done went up in there and put up big numbers and pulled off big heists and then ran up out of there.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So it's just flagrant. It remind me of how niggas act now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Shatar.
No, I didn't have nothing.
Okay, come. But yeah, you had anything, Karaz?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, that's that's what's going on in our neighborhoods. The youngins want they stripes, and with that, they want to also be top dog in they area. So what do they got to do? They got to take out the ops, and then they got to go up the ladder, and then just like of old time, they don't even care if you're from the same hood.
Right.
They taking out everybody, so they name can be exalted in their area. They don't give a damn.
And what's crazy is the young boys. See, back in the early 90s, when I first started running around in LA, the niggas I was banging, it was probably about 10-15% of all the niggas I knew that was actually active. The rest of the niggas was just trying to be regular niggas, man. Now you go somewhere and it seemed like 85% of niggas trying to act like they banging, but never really put on for the set. But when it come to chunking, you know what I'm saying? Chunking the 1-2s, catching that fade, they quick to pull a pistol out and run.
Yeah, they ain't fighting no more.
And then look, half the time they don't hit the person they shooting at because they running. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the sad part, man, because it's always a kid that catches that bullet, man.
Look, it's crazy the kind of thing they're going. And like you said, it ain't no real power structure, right? In the late 80s, early 90s, a lot of big dogs got put down. They got locked up or either put down, you know what I'm saying, in this gang world out here, right? But by doing that, they left a lot of little young niggas out on the street that had no guidance. And this the same thing. You see, Rehoboam took the advice from the young men, right? These young niggas had no guidance because they was without the law. They was being wicked. There was a generation that was raised up. Their daddies was wicked, so they double wicked. See what I'm saying? They lost the covering. They lost the armor that kept them from wilding, that kept their enemies from attacking them. But yet they still got that heart, like, I'm King Kong. No, you ain't. Go ye not up that hill. See what I'm saying? And look, check this out. Both are making a good point, right? They are gentrifying like Adams. So Adams going to the Crenshaw district, but the Crenshaw district and La Brea and all that, it's like a direct shot, straight to the 10. It's real accessible. You know what I'm saying? So now, and Lahat will tell you, because I got homies back there too, but I got homies from 60s, right? Where Lahat from, but I done been over there where Lahat is at, or where he was back when he lived over there. And I was like, Lahat, what happened? They got boutiques over here now. Where it used to be like, look, I wouldn't go there. Now they got boutiques there. They gentrifying all of these areas where all of the blood is defiling the soil. And that's how Esau do. Look, they get you banging on each other, get the crime rate up, kill off all the big dogs, lock up all the big dogs, drop the property value down low, and then come in and buy stuff up and make boutiques and fancy shops where nobody can afford to stay there. And all of a sudden, you go somewhere where it used to be all Judah and Issachar. Now you seeing Moab, Ishmael, and Edom, right? With fancy high-end boutiques. And look, they built that stadium over in Crenshaw, Slockie in Inglewood, and it's like a virus, a gentrification from Inglewood all the way over there to Crenshaw district off of Adams. Right? Zaya said, yeah, they did that in North Long Beach, right? What they call it? I mean, Look, matter of fact, the homie called me last night or text. He hit us up in the chat last night. He's like, nigga, they got helicopters and every police car in Long Beach at
Long
the
Beach.
Lidos.
Yeah.
Right? They done shot a nigga that pulled a knife on somebody. The police, you know what I'm saying? It's not pretty out here. So North Long Beach, I know of North Long Beach as the Lidos, the Carmelitos, right? But guess what? I go back there years later and they got Bixby Knolls. Fancy. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on.
Salakia, if I can get Kashab's precept, Baba Kashab, it's cold.
That part. Yeah, I was gonna get to that because you know that brother right there is cold. I was gonna get to that. I seen Zayas. I'll pull it up. Hold on, let me get there.
Yeah, I want to start at verse 3. We'll start at verse.
Because look, this is where all of the captivities are. You know that Judges got dozens of captivities back to back to back to back, right? You might as well start from the top.
I'll start from the top.
Mm-hmm.
And Abimelech, the son of Jerubbaal, went to Shechem unto his mother's brethren, and communed with them, and with all the family of the house of his mother's father, saying, Speak, I pray you, in the ears of all the men of Shechem, whether it is better for you, either that all the sons of Jerubbaal, which are 70 persons, reign over you, or that one reign over you. Remember also that I am your bone and your flesh. And his mother's brethren spake of him in the ears of all the men of Shechem all these words, and their hearts inclined to follow Abimelech, for they said, he is our brother. This part's called right here. Right. And they gave him 70 pieces of silver out of the house of Baalberith, wherewith Abimelech hired vain and light persons.
And look, we know when you see Baal, right? Let's just get that word, Salagit. Beautiful precept, Kashab. And before I get to the point, which 5 and 6 is really the point, right? I believe it's around 5 or 6. I want brothers to understand the reoccurring theme. When you see that word Baal, you got to know what that means. You see what I'm saying? Baal Barit. Which followed him, hired vain persons, blah, 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 right there, right? Baal Berith. It's a compound word, right? It's a compound word. You see what I'm saying? So, look, Lord of the covenant, huh? Not our covenant. It's the God of the Philistines. You see what I'm saying? This nigga is worshiping other gods. Going off, right? But yeah, go ahead, King.
And also in verse 4, it says he hired vain and light persons.
Right.
That means in modern terms, he hired shooters. He hired hitmen.
Hey, look, niggas that just really wasn't about nothing. They was just, you know what I'm saying? He didn't hire righteous men, right? Vain and light persons, light people float with the wind. Man, you got that money? Let's go. Mercenaries. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, it's a great point. You know what I'm saying? This nigga is going off, right? Go ahead.
Verse 5. And he went unto his father's house at Ophrah, and slew his brethren, the sons of Jerubbaal, being 70 persons, upon one stone. Notwithstanding, yet Jotham, the youngest son of Jerubbaal, was left, for he hid himself.
Go ahead, finish the 6.
And all the men of Shechem gathered together, and all the house of Milo, and went and made Abimelech king by the plain of the pillar that was in Shechem.
Wicked. And you wonder why we went into captivity with the Philistines, right? But here, Abimelech is worshiping the God of the Philistines.
Right.
Right? The very man that was so wicked, he did such a wicked act that the rest of his family is not just his son gonna get a judgment. The rest of his family is out. His seed after his seed. is just shit out of luck.
Come.
Because that, I mean, for one, let's do some of this math, right? And hey, Kashab, good precept, King, right? Because it just go to illustrate. I was just saying Kings and Chronicles, but you go to Judges as well, which is the captivities before that, right? So I'm gonna have to holler at Kashab because we're gonna build on. That's like gonna be the continuation to this build we're doing. Maybe he's gonna have to join us one time, right? But look, this nigga over there worshiping the gods of the people that's trying to take them out. You know what I'm saying? You playing with snakes.
Right.
It don't never turn out good when you play with snakes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all praises, Kashab. Hey, look. Right? You seen that, Zayazah? You talking about the Lidos, right? And that was yeah. That, I mean, if you're in the Lidos, that's Jake. That's either Judah or Issachar, right? Right? The Carmelitos. We went over there one time because a little boy got shot over a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? It's craziness, madness. 15-year-old boy. And, you know, he probably wasn't all the way in the right, which is sad. You know, they get killed over old raggedy used cell phone. That's
Right.
crazy. But look what this nigga did. Hold on. Let me get the math right. How many brothers did he have, King? Let's read that again. 70 persons. That's 70 people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
70. Bruh. That's beyond crazy, right? Niggas is wilding. Look, and so look, big tripping, big banging. Niggas is killing niggas so that they can get the throne. They killing their own brothers so that they can get the throne. They taking they brothers into captivity. You know what I'm saying? They working with the enemies to ride against their brother. How a goddamn Crip, a Negro Crip, gonna ride with a Moabite, right? From one of them Asian gangs against another nigga from his set over some interset, you know what I'm saying, beef. That crazy. Crazy. But it happens. It's been happening. And the only brothers don't see, the enemies is like the puppet master. They feeding you the dope. They feeding you the guns. They blocking you off in these neighborhoods that you trying to claim. You know what I'm saying? And they watching you kill each other and lower your value and make the Most High God turn his face from you so they can swoop in and destroy you. You see what I'm saying? And look, matter of fact, I ran across something earlier. Where did I see that at? Check this out. Nope, that ain't it. Hold on. That was last week. Hold on. I ran across something earlier, right? Because I was looking at the little live shot. What the hell? I was looking at the little live shot where they was tracking old boy down, right? Khan, Zayazah, same spirit, man. Look, them niggas put Joseph in the pit, left him to die because they was jealous because, you know what I'm saying? He was the apple of Jake's eye. Man, come on. You see what I'm saying? But peak game. So look, I was watching, you know what I'm saying? Because I heard about the brother in the shootout. I was watching the little news clips. And then, hold on. I hope this, man, I don't want to hear all that. Salaki. Skip that. Salaki for a minute. All right. Man. Look, they probably done, nope, you know what? I think I took a screenshot. Salakia. Let me open this real quick. You got to see this. You got to see this. I'm glad I took a screenshot because they damn sure cleaned up all of these. Y'all see my, okay, let me switch up. I got to share a different screen. You got to see this. While we trying to go hand in hand with the enemy, they laughing at our downfall, right? So I'm sitting there watching the live, right? Damn, what am I doing? That's not the one. I'm watching the live of the, the little police chase, and the chat going, I mean, ham. You know what I'm saying? It's a big joke to them. It's like they have an entertainment. You see what I'm saying? It's entertainment for them. Man, what am I? Hold on. I gotta share a window. Man. So like, you give me 2 seconds. Okay. There we go. All praises. Okay. Check this. What? I mean, it don't surprise me, but Esau is such a brute beast, and it's like I said, all the enemies, they making a tumult because they right behind Esau, right behind him, right? So peep game.
That's those enemies, huh? I mean, that's those curses that we under.
That part.
Brothers gotta take it all the way back to the curses.
That part. And what? Why are we under the curses?
Yeah,
Because niggas is going off, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the live shot, right? You on Mission in Broadway, right? They got the whole block, and look, this got to be Edomite. Look what he posting in the chat. Y'all see my screen?
Okay.
Kill niggas, kill Jews. Monkey. Kill niggas, kill Jews. They got their popcorn out. They hear high-speed chase. They hear shootout. They get their popcorn out and turn the TV on, and it's like a family event for them.
Right. Entertainment at its finest.
You see what I'm saying? This chat is flagrant. And they sitting right around the block in the fancy loft that they just gentrified, knowing that niggas ain't gonna cross over Mission or North Broadway and go over there where the crackers with all the money is and shoot nobody. They gonna stay over here shooting niggas. That's gentrification right there. The nice neighborhood is right across the street. Nobody mess with that. But we'll go shoot each other. And these crackers over there, I don't know if y'all can see this good. I'm a zoom in, because you got to see this, right? This is the comment. While they got the house surrounded, this is the comment that's left.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It says kill niggas, kill Jews, monkey. That nigga know we the Israelites, bro. I don't give a damn.
Look,
that nigga know.
You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
They got their popcorn out. You feel me? They watching the live with their popcorn out, and it's pure entertainment for them. You got every fire truck and police in LA probably surrounding this one dude, right? And it's entertainment for them.
Oh,
they making jokes. They calling out for Trump. Yeah, no. So we need to wake up, man, because they sitting back laughing at us. They sit back laughing at us. They gonna do it to themselves. You ain't gotta do nothing no more. You ain't gotta hang these niggas no more. They gonna do it to themselves.
You said this video got taken down?
Huh?
This video is still up or got taken down?
They probably cleaned out the chat. I know the live is still up there, but they went and cleaned the comments out of the chat, or either I gotta find the spot where it happened, but I'm pretty sure they cleaned
if that is still up on YouTube, I'm suing.
And look, that part,
nowhere, but I'm assuming
that part. You feel me? Hold on. Let me. That one got me rattled a little bit. Let me get right, man. Let me put something back. Put some scripture back on the screen. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Finish out with some scripture. How we gonna get back to where we need to be? Salakia, Karaz, Salakia. The way we get into these situations, Yasharala, is by going off, by breaking God's commandments. Namely, the number one, first and foremost, is not to take any gods before the Most High. Love them with all your heart and soul. Niggas is over there claiming Kemet. You got niggas claiming Buddha, New World, metaphysical, right? You got niggas that's claiming some kind of mixture between Christianity and Islam and Judaism. Like I read all the books.
Mm-hmm.
And then wondering why we can't get it together. It's the same pattern. You need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? Because the ultimate goal is to get to where is prophesied in Ezekiel chapter 37. Right? That's the ultimate goal, but it ain't gonna happen until we get back right. You see what I'm saying? So look, and I'm gonna give you this point right here, Karaz. Let me get I think it's 2 Chronicles 30. Real quick. We're not gonna read all of that, but just to show everybody the context, right? You see all this, it's just a bunch of gang banging, right? Going on year after year, and things is really bad, right? And then it get to a point where niggas just gotta, hey man, let's have a sit down, man. Let's,
Right.
Let's talk about this thing, right? So Karaz, I'm gonna pull up 2 Chronicles 30. You can go ahead whenever you see it. Read a little bit of that.
Khan, this is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 30 and verse 1. And Hezekiah sent to all Israel and Judah and wrote letters also to Ephraim and Manasseh, that they should come to the house of the Lord at Jerusalem to keep the Passover unto the Lord God of Israel.
Look, that brother reaching out. He calling for a truce. You got to realize it was straight active. This nigga ran up in there and killed 120,000 in one day, and then spoiled 200,000. You know what I'm saying? We was going at it. You see what I'm saying? These niggas was on some King Kong banging, right? But Hezekiah, he reaching out. He giving that olive branch, right? Go ahead.
For the king had taken counsel and his princes and all the congregation in Jerusalem to keep the Passover in the 2nd month.
Make up Passover, right? As beautiful as our Passover was, our chief priest Alazar was like, man, I wish I could have done more. I'm like, chief, man, you laid it out. Huh? This man, I ain't see you stop the whole time. I'm like, you did your thing. But he said, I got to do more. I'm going to have a second Passover, you know what I'm saying, for brothers that couldn't get it right for this one, because there's a few brothers that couldn't make it, right? That he probably wanted to see. The chief priest has the availability to do that, right? As you see the priest here, read about that.
Khan, verse 3. For they could not keep it at that time, because the priests had not sanctified themselves sufficiently.
Right.
Neither had the people gathered themselves together to Jerusalem.
Right.
And the thing pleased the king and all the congregation.
Go ahead.
So they established a decree to make proclamation throughout all Israel, from Beersheba even to Dan, that they should come to keep the Passover unto the Lord God of Israel at Jerusalem, for they had not done it of a long time in such sort as it was written.
Right. And look, these niggas was going off for so long, they haven't even been keeping Passover. See what I'm saying? But it took for Hezekiah to reach out to his brother with love and say, you know what? Matter of fact, because I don't want to go too deep into this, but you get down there later, right? Passover reinstituted. These things was being reconciled at this time, right? Because we turning back to the law. It's written in the law to keep these holy days, right? Look at this. Feast of Unleavened Bread, right? All these things are so important. There's a reason. The law of the Lord is perfect. It's a reason why the Most High have us do things. See what I'm saying? So we went through all of this banging, all of this wickedness, and it took for the brother Hezekiah to reach out, and the dude was pleasing to the Most High God to bring brothers back into the fold. You know what I'm saying? Because when we being wicked and we doing what the Most High God hates, he gonna let loose the hounds on us, and the hounds is our enemies, the heathens. See what I'm saying? So this is a great chapter to read. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see, you know, when you're reading the book or watching the movie and it's all kind of drama, you can't wait to get to the part where at least, you know, somebody catch a break. That's a, you know what I'm saying? That's a good point to read. And look, I'm gonna finish it out with, you know, what the end goal is, what we working towards as a nation. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna jump around Ezekiel 38 a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Jump around. I ain't gonna go nowhere else. All right, let me see what we're on time. Well, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up with this, right? And Nahabia, he calling precepts. I'm gonna take about 5 minutes on this, and then we'll see where we at. All right. So let's go into Ezekiel 37, Cross. This the end goal.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
This is the valley of dry bones. Northern Kingdom running up in there, pulling the ops on Southern Kingdom, going in there, spoiling them. Southern Kingdom going up in there, they banging on them. We banging on each other. This nigga playing King Kong like he gonna vex Ephraim twice as hard as his daddy did. Like we wildin'. That's the valley of dry bones. Okay? That's all these cities, all these hoods where we are evil eye towards our brother. See what I'm saying? That's where we at. This is what Ezekiel is seeing. The ancient version of what we in right now, a valley of dry bones. Go ahead.
And caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
Right.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord God, thou knowest.
Right.
Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Right.
Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
Right. That breath of life. You see what I'm saying? That's these law, statutes, and commandments. That's these lively oracles. That's choose life. Right. Go ahead.
And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Right? That's where we aiming to. You see what I'm saying? And so the vision is explained, right? Y'all can go through and read. The vision is explained, right? But look, peep game. This is where I want to get to. Start at 15 up.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 15. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions. And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand.
Okay, go ahead.
And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in thy hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes.
Right.
And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all.
That's what we aiming for, right? And here go the point. See what I'm saying? Finish it out with 23.
Con. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God.
That's the end goal. But in order for us to get there, we got to turn away from these detestable things. We have to turn away from we got to repent. You can't transgress God's law and think that we're going to get our rest. You got to repent. You got to love your brother. You got to love the Most High God. You got to do the Father's will. Let's keep these law, statutes, commandments, and teach men to do so. Have faith in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and feed the flock. Non-stop. Endure to the end. You can't have a little rough spot and go, well, see, I don't know. Go right back to the world. No, man. You can't return to your vomit. You know? And we can't keep banging on each other. We all we got. You see what I'm saying? So it's a mentality that has to be built, but I'm hopeful. I'm more than hopeful. I have no doubt. My faith is not shaken. My faith is strengthened every day. I'm working. I'm blessed to work with these brothers that the Most High God has led me around. To see these works and to be able to see what's going on, to read prophecy and go, man, that's what they was talking about. Right now, live in action today. We've been doing this for 3,000 years, man. I mean, if a brother can't see it, I don't know what to tell you, but it is what it is, man. And, you know, things going to keep happening until brothers get it right. 7 and 14. Well, let me see what the brother had. Second Chronicles. You know what, Tyon, you on point. We basically just went over what you said. We got to turn away from sin, right? Tyon was like, bring out Second Chronicles 7 and 14. It's basically saying, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face, right? Matter of fact, let's get. I'm gonna put that on the screen. Karaz will read that, and we're gonna Kwam Yasharal off of that one. Nahabu, right? Second Chronicles 7. Read that, and we's gonna land this plane, family. Go ahead.
Con, it's the book of Second Chronicles, chapter 7 and verse 14. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Hey,
all praises, right? That's that in a nutshell. Pause. I know somebody gonna pause that. You feel me? No, but hey, all praises, man. We almost going for 2 hours here, but it didn't seem like that. You know, I'm still geeked on the trip, and you know, had such a good time, and you know, it's nothing but better days to come, because we're gonna we're gonna keep putting in this work even more. We ready to put more. We turning it up, more frequency. You know what I'm saying? More amplitude. You know what I'm saying? We turning it up, and look, we got brothers crossing the line as soldiers. We got brothers officering up, and that's because you look back and you what, that brother been dedicated. That brother been dedicated. You know what I'm saying? All praises, awakening sister. Yahweh Shem Shabakatah, Habatah, Malakwa. We appreciate your gracious help and we all praises. We always love to see you in here, and Lord willing, it was edifying and enjoyable, and the Most High, you know what I'm saying, gave us the spirit to, you know what I'm saying, to feed the flock. That's all we want to do. You know what I mean?
Come.
Man, look, we got Dar. What time it is over there, man?
Like 2 or 3 in the morning. Huh?
All praises, King. Good to see you, King. You know what I mean?
All praises.
Shalom.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about, man. Hey, y'all brothers got anything to add, man, before, you know?
You want to go first, Gamal?
Yeah, that's fine. I just give praise to the Most High, and you know, not my first, but kind of my first live show again,
As a
and I'm
Shatar?
not, yeah, the sitar.
Yeah.
It was edifying. I just encourage everybody in the chat to, man, like Deacon said, we gotta push this word, you know, even more now, you
Come.
know, so we don't want to wake up one day and Russia and Ukraine, the war between them two cease. That means we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Come.
Hey,
So,
you don't want to be caught with your foot off the gas
come
or
on.
your hand off the plow when them ICBMs start popping.
Right.
You know?
Oh,
You don't want to be caught, right? So I'm turning up the dial. I'm stomping on the gas. I know my brothers is right with me. We invigorated, re-energized. You know what I'm saying? Got oil in the lamp, right? Hey, all praises. You know what I'm saying? Them young brothers in New York, New Jersey is lit. Man, I love being around them boys, man. They make me feel about 20 years younger, man. You know what I'm saying? I love them boys, man. Always a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how we do it, bro. So anybody that's hating and calling us wicked, man, y'all don't know.
I have no
Y'all
clue.
don't know. Y'all don't know what kind of work is being put in, what kind of dedication and what kind of diligence brothers is putting in. You know what I'm saying? But we still love y'all because we follow the law. We do what's pleasing to the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. You feel me? So yeah, and look, we got the sister Awakening Star. I want to just say all praises, sister. We need to see more sisters in here. Tell your Akhwat, come on in. Let's have conversations. If you ever got questions, sis, you could hit us up in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? You could look me up on the gram or on what's the other one? Messenger, Facebook, whatever. Hit us up. You know, we here, we family. Anytime. This is our job. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's what we do. That's what we dedicated ourselves, our life to do, is to be there for the children, watchmen for the children of Israel, right? Leading us towards this day where these two sticks become one. But it ain't gonna happen until we get right, right?
And I got one last thing I want to say, man. Right?
Go ahead, King.
when Solomon was following the commandments, the Most High increased him, man. And the scriptures say he was the richest king to ever live. Right?
Man, he had it.
And so and we know that our wealth is way more than riches and gold, but that's only a shadow of the reward that we would get if we just follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. It's only a shadow of it.
All praise. Great point, Karaz. Because look, Solomon had it. He was paving roads with gold that was clear as glass. Right?
You saw what
no
he was
blemish.
doing with Queen Sheba. He was
right?
He was giving all his gold, man.
Look, they was bringing it to him. He had Hiram's navy.
Yep.
Right? See, David had a brotherly covenant with Hiram. You know, even though they, you know, the Tyre and Zidonians is Hamites, right? But David had a military alliance with their navy. And these niggas, these North African niggas, they got these good boats. They know how to circumnavigate. They was going back to Osiris, bringing back the gold and the goods. Everybody from all points was bringing everything to Solomon because he was that dude, right? The Most High gave him that wisdom when he prayed for that wisdom. See what I'm saying? Shalom, disciple of Christ. All praises. Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? I don't notice the avatar So Salakia, you know, if I'm sitting here talking to you like a stranger and you know us, but all praises, we love to see new faces, new avatars in here. And we love your feedback. So, you know, anytime we family, any questions, any comments, whether you agree or disagree, we can have a conversation. It's all good. But all praises. This is our job. This is our labor of love. And we here for you. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? And look, all we ask is that you like, share, comment, subscribe, and tell your family and your friends, your loved ones, even niggas you can't stand that's Israel, because God commanded you to still love them and to still, whether they're here or forbear, to give them this word. So share it, send it out there. Let's get this word out. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to be stuck here until enough of us wake up and the Most High open our eyes and ears. You know what I'm saying? And hear these instructions, what we're supposed to do.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Right? Hey, and if it's on your heart, right? You know, you could hit us with the Cash App. You can hit us with the super thanks. And matter of fact, I'm tripping all the way. $ Bazak, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the Cash App. $ Bazak. 1 second. I'm gonna scroll that on the bottom real quick. Man, I'm gonna put the Cash App down there. All right. Judah and Israel set tripping from day one. Here's an email, lbcsicari@gmail.com. You can contact us any day, anytime. Cash App Bazak. Any donations go, you know, directly gas, lodging for the priest to get around this country and spread the word. You feel me? It's an enjoyable thing, man. I've been coast to coast, back and forth 2-3 times with these brothers you see right here, and I'll do it 1,000 more times joyfully, right? So that's what's up. And hey, and with that, right, I want to give Call Halal, Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, and Kwame Yashrael.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Asherah.